Hello everyone. Here is a quick little video that I've been meaning to throw together for a little while about Big Brother Canada casting. BBCAN 7 casting dates are officially announced, which is super exciting for me because I was cast from an open call audition, so I'm super pumped for everybody who's probably prepping and getting ready for their open call auditions. I have a lot of questions in DMs and in my little question thingy that I put in my Instagram story a while ago about audition videos. I've done some audition videos, but I wasn't cast from one, so I'll just kind of quickly give my tips for them. The advantage of an audition video is, of course, you have about 3 minutes to talk as opposed to an open call when it's much less time. So use your 3 minutes wisely. I mean, it's what has been repeated over and over again. You have to give examples of why you're a certain way. Don't just tell them you're this kind of person, show them. And with the video, it allows you a little bit more time to do that. I think that you need to stand out in whichever way makes you you. Producers watch a lot of those videos. So definitely give them something interesting to watch. I've also heard, I believe it was in one of Robin's old Instagram lives about casting, she said if they can mute the video and you still look engaging and animated enough, and it still catches their attention, that they like that. I'm not saying go make a bunch of stupid faces and be ridiculous, but be yourself. It should translate. If you're a TV person, it's gonna translate in a small video. When it comes to videos that I think are really awesome, definitely go check out Kayla's from my season. Hers is posted on her YouTube channel. It's amazing, and it really gives kind of like the epitome of who she is and what casting would call her back to learn more about. It's like you gotta make them, they need to know about you more. I don't know like a better way to phrase that, but I hope that makes sense. Of course I'm biased, but I think Bobby's from season 3 is amazing. It actually is very, very good. If you look it up on YouTube, it's really funny and creative and really showcases like all the types of things that they could expect from him on the show. So those, Kayla and Bobby, definitely look those two up. In addition, Cindy with an S has a great video on YouTube about like casting tips about Big Brother. She goes into more detail than I would be able to, but girl's been cast twice, so she knows what she's talking about. So for audition videos specifically, go check those videos out. I think it'll be a lot of help. When it comes to open calls, that's where I feel like I have the most to say. One thing, once you get into your lineup in whatever city you are, they're going to give you a piece of paper, and on that piece of paper it'll say the game starts now, and they're not wrong. I waited for a good while in line, about 2 hours, so I was eavesdropping on everybody I could hear just in case that they came into my group and I could use that information against them later. You definitely have to have a good idea of what you want to say because sometimes you don't even get 30 seconds. So like I said before for the open call tapes, you need to have examples of why you are the way you are and not just statements. So I could have said, I'm Maddie and I'm very passionate. I know that's true, but they don't know me from a hole in the wall, so I need to explain why. So I said, I am such a passionate person, and on the morning of John Mayer's concert, I decided I couldn't miss it. So I bought a single ticket by myself, drove to the concert, watched the concert, and drove back home. By the way, it takes 5 hours for me to get from my house to the concert. I knew that I was going to be very emotional when I was passionate about something. Spoiler alert. So I explained to them that I can't even hear the national anthem, "Oh Canada," at a hockey game without starting to cry because I just love Canada. So that was something else that I told them. I also alluded to a few things that would have required a longer story. I knew I didn't have time to tell the whole story, but I thought that they would want to call me back and ask about it, which they did. So I also said, I am a pretty manipulative and charming person. In fact, I've actually convinced a car company to illegally rent me a car a third of the way across the country one way. I've also had a lot of interesting relationships. Some of them have been long distance, some of them have just been interesting. So even just looking at me, I might look like a just normal girl, but I've got some pretty cool stories to tell. So that's not really verbatim what I said. Of course, I was excited and intense and all that stuff. Bring it when you're there. But just to sort of say, like, you need to show them instead of just tell them why you are the way that they are. In addition, I did actually get paired with a few people that I had been eavesdropping on in line, and they have said, yeah, I've watched a few seasons. I've really been into Big Brother Canada the last couple years. And so I brought that up right in front of everybody. I said, it's cute that these girls have seen a handful of episodes of Big Brother Canada, but I'm actually pretty obsessed with it. I've studied almost everything there is to know, and by the time I walk into the door of the house, I will have studied every statistic there is to know about this show, which was true. So I think that it probably came on really strong. I don't even think that the producer really liked me at first. Her name is Ashley. I love you. But we ended up getting along, of course, afterwards. So yeah, so in your 30 seconds, just make the best of it. Wear an outfit that you feel like you look good in. It doesn't need to be super fancy or crazy, just like something that you'd wear to like a second date with somebody you really like. Yeah, so I don't know. I hope that that's been helpful. I have a few people asking, like, should it be serious or should it be funny? Should I, you know, ramp it up times 10 my personality? I think that the answer really depends on what you're planning to bring to the table. I mean, Robin and the whole casting team can smell bullshit from a mile away. They will know whether or not you're telling the truth and whether you're being authentic. But if you feel like your story and who you are is someone, like, you know, that's based off something serious, then tell them that. If you think that you are such an intense person that you need to have it at level 11 when you get in there because that's what you're going to bring to the table on the show, that's what you got to do. Like I said, what clicked for me the most was that they're casting people not only to play the game, but people that the Canadian public and internationally, people are going to tune in 3 times a week to watch on TV. That's kind of like no small task. So they're going to look for people that people are going to want to root for, people are going to watch play. So I think it's more than just being a Big Brother player. It's being about being a part of the Big Brother experience and the Big Brother family and why they're going to want to include you in such a unique and awesome experience. So I hope this has been helpful. Of course, send me a message if you have any other questions. It's hard to get to them sometimes, but I will do my best. So I hope this helps. Good luck, everyone. I'm going to be at the Montreal Open Call cheering everybody on for a little while as well. So yeah, good luck, everyone. This is such an exciting time. I remember how I felt last year. Like, guys, if you're on the fence, you have to say yes. You can and you will, as Arissa would say.